Colleagues, can we be settled? Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity and welcome you into the meeting. And I'm mindful of time because we are going to our various party. This meeting, ordinarily, it shouldn't take us that long. It's just the continuation from where we left off last time, given the fact that there were other sittings that were deferred and accordingly new proposed dates were furnished to the respective ministers. So we just want to reprioritize our program to effect those changes that have been made and accordingly endorse it for its implementation. Having said that, you are welcome to this meeting. Are there any apologies? Secretary.
Chair, good morning, honorable members and colleagues. We received only one apology from Dr. Goranhoff.
There's one apology from Dr. Korenhoff. Can we note the apology? We then move on to the next item, which is the consideration of agenda. Can I put it before the House for adoption? Honorable Mokwele.
Thanks very much, Chair. I move that we consider the agenda as presented. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Mananiso.
Thank you, Chairperson, and good morning, colleagues. I hereby second the agenda as presented.
Thank you very much. We now move to the next item, which is the consideration of minutes which was held on the 10th of October. We'll just quickly move into page 1 of the sets of minutes. Page 2.
Chair
Yes,
and honorable members,
that is it.
staff, good morning. I don't know whether my Konglish is misleading me. Paragraph 1 on your opening, Chair, there is a reference, fourth line towards the end of that paragraph, provincial's whip. I don't know whether the S is correct for provincial whips, not provincial's whip. I don't know. Didn't understand that.
I think in this instance, they are talking in singular because they are they're referring specifically to one person, the provincial whip of Free State. Umama, I don't know if it's in that,
Yeah.
the first one, where they're talking about apologies. Is that where you are?
No, I'm on
Oh,
your
sorry.
opening remarks, Chair.
Or opening remarks?
Yes.
On provincial.
Provincial whips.
Yes.
The
Yes,
S must
yes,
go.
yes. The S must go. Okay. Thank you very much. We now move on to number 3. Page 3. Page 4. Page 5. Page 6.
Chair and honorable members, it's just a question of clarity from the Secretariat here. On these petitions, sorry. For instance, there's a reference to, on item number 7, that is the forensic report on Western Cape. It says, for instance, it's referred on 3rd of March 2020 and aim to finalize date 26 November 2024, that is this year. You will see that is similar in the next one as well from Midlands region on Tugela water issue, 14th of May 2020 and aim to finalize date 26 November 2024 and the report was noted. I'm confused. What is the meaning? I'm not confused about the initial date of submission, 14th of May, for instance, the last one. But what is confusing me is to still coming 26th of November. What is this? I'm just asking from Secretariat just to clarify.
Basically, what he's asking, is there a time frame in which this petition should be concluded? Because it does stipulate the finalization date, but then it's not specific. It's like aiming to. So, in all likelihood, we may not conclude. So, if I've captured you well, Ndabezitha, so what does this mean? That's the clarity that he needs.
Chair, in terms of the guidelines relating to petitions, petitions must be finalized within 90 days. But the committee sometimes take long to finalize petitions. And then that's the matter that should be attended to. Committees must be put on notice that the committee must be put on notice that if a petition has been referred, it must be dealt with in terms of the guidelines. But that's how the committee's report, Chair, with aim to finish, that they aiming to finish on a particular date. It sounds like it's not definitive, that in the event that it does not finish on that date, then the committee can still go on. But perhaps it's a matter that should be attended to. There should be a definitive date on which the committee should finalize a petition instead of aiming to finish a petition.
Yeah, I think, Advocate, what ordinarily should have been done, given the fact that we were in a transition phase, obviously March, this 7 administration was not in force. And I want to believe that due to other pressures that the 6th administration may have had, they could not conclude on this work. As a result, it's still outstanding up until today. And it's the same goes with the Section 139 reports that were submitted, of which we were not even furnished with as this administration. They just went straight to the committees. They could not attend to them within 180 days, which then also again poses a challenge. We should have had regards to this effect, and what ordinarily we should have done, we should have written back to the petitioners to indicate that due to the transitional processes, the petitions that were before us have not been concluded and they've now since been referred to the new committees that have just been established, and in light of that, they will accordingly be afforded sufficient time, which equates to that 3 months to conclude on this business. And let's be realistic in terms of the timelines, because I want to believe that this committee may have received this petition around August or September. If that is anything to go by. Technically, they have 1 month to conclude on this, when they, in fact, they've not had sufficient time to do their investigation. So just to balance out, then the people at home, they're not seated there counting time and see us as being ineffective whilst we did not give regard of the transition and allowing members to do due diligence in this regard. So I think it's a matter that will have to be resolved properly outside the meeting with the responsible chairperson so that we give proper effect. As is, it would look like we are ineffective and yet we did not take into consideration the real situations that were before us. So I propose that perhaps we look at the revision of these dates, just as we did with the bills as well, so that we don't lose sight of that critical work as well. That is it.
Chair, thanks, but I was raising this merely so that the record is correct. Because the impression that is given by the minute is that it was referred to the committee on the 9th of December 2019. And it is the committee that is aimed to finalize it this year on the 19th of November. Perhaps the Secretariat should actually fine-tune in line with our understanding, Chair. So it's in 6th administration, but whatever, it should be referred then to the committee. Because I'm a whip of that committee, I don't want to inherit sins of my predecessor.
Sins of incumbency. So that's basically what I was saying, and Abezita, and you're correct to qualify it that way. The fact of the matter, this was referred in November 2019. However, so there has to be this clear distinct. Anyone who's reading this said these people, they are inefficient. They've just been elected. Look at what they are doing. You see, we don't want that. So, but it must be quite clear, even the minutes be written properly to reflect that what has been the case in this regard. So, asizothwala izinto esingazazi sijajwe harsh. Advocate.
Chairperson, with your permission and with the greatest of respect, this is what was reported in the meeting. So it's a true reflection of what was reported in the meeting.
But
Yeah,
Tata Undabezita is saying we may have had oversight then. Now that it's in read, being a true reflection, we are ratifying this thing so that whoever raised it this way, and then we substantiate as to what has led to the situation. Yeah. Yes, Mananiso and Deputy Chair.
Thank you, Chairperson. I actually wanted to raise my hand immediately after Nkosi's clarity-seeking question to say, for now, we're going through these minutes to actually check if whatever that was discussed then, it's a true reflection. Then the issues that you are engaging on would come on the item of matters arising. So for procedure, the advocate is correct to say that this is what it's minuted based on the discussion. So I want to agree with him that let's move to another pages and check where we need additions and omissions based on what was reflected in the meeting. Then we'll get those issues to go. Matters arising. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I think, yeah, okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. We'll now move on to page 8 of the minutes. Honorable Mananiso.
Thank you, Chairperson. Page 8 of the minutes, the last part that speaks about the Chairperson noted the report. There, when it speaks about Honorable Rider, it says that select committee be reported on my Honorable Rider. It should be by. That's where I only identified the type error there.
Yes. Pardon? Can we fix that as well? Is that the true reflection, Advocate?
Chair, the true reflection would be by, not my.
So you're very, there's no objectivity in these matters. So this time you are subjective. Okay, no, that's fine. That was on a lighter note. Okay. Can I then, okay, there's a hand, Ndabezit.
Point on that page. I think before closure, both bills were centered on the 13th, 2024 and second, whatever, bills in African due to the Principal Act. I don't know whether principle is Principal Act or what, but I was confused in reading that expression. Can the advocate clarify this bush law?
Due to the Principal Act, second language text, it text that was Afrikaans in line. I think it's, there's an omission of something here. Yes, the Principal Act, second language. The Principal Act, second language, text that Afrikaans. Okay, that's fine. We'll ratify that as well. Okay. Can I then put this minutes for adoption? Honorable Mananiso.
Thank you, Chairperson. I move for the adoption of the minutes with the amendments.
Thank you very much. There's a mover with amendments. Second, Honorable Ngumalo.
Thank you very much, Chair. I second the move with the correction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now move on to matters arising.
Thank you very much, Chair. The implementation schedule has been circulated. It starts on the 10th of October 2024. Questions to Cluster 2C, as well as the consideration of the report of the Select Committee on Security and Justice on the draft notice and schedule determining the rate with effect from the 1st of April 2024, at which salaries, allowances, and benefits are payable to Constitutional Court judges and other judges annually. Then we proceed to the second page, Chair, 15th of October 2024, questions to Cluster 2D, Social Services. Then the last one, the 16th of October, executive statement by the Minister of Transport. Then the second point there, Chair, the debate on World Food Day and International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. That debate was postponed. It will appear on the program that is going to be considered today, Chair. Thank you very much. Then we proceed to the 22nd of, to the 25th of October, Committee Oversight Week, the 29th of October, questions to Cluster 3A, Governance. Then we proceed to the 30th of October, questions to Cluster 3B, Women, Youth, and Persons with Disabilities, as well as Planning, Monitoring, and Evaluation. That question session was postponed. Until further notice, it will also appear on the program that will be considered today. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Advocate. Obviously, we have noted the issues that were raised in relation to petitions as well, which should also form part, and then we get progress so that we capture it correctly. Okay. Are there any other matters that members would like to raise at this point? None. Thank you very much. We note the progress that has been registered up to so far, Advocate. We are now moving straight to the draft parliamentary program. Programming whip.
No, thanks, Chairperson, and good morning or blessed morning to honorable members and advocate and your staff. I'm going to present the third term parliamentary program. As usual, Chair, we are going to start on page 6. Today is the 31st of October, and we are having the program committee meeting that is taking place from 8:30 to 10. Then 10 o'clock to 12:30 we'll have the party caucuses that will take place. 12:30 to 2 o'clock we'll have our provincial delegates meeting. And then 12 o'clock to 2, there's a select committee that will sit from 12 to 2. 2 o'clock we'll have the plenary that will take place. And then tomorrow, the 1st of November, we are going to have the joint standing committee on financial management that will take place from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So on this one, Chair, if members can remember, they were supposed to have the meeting of the PGIR that is scheduled to the 5th of November, if I'm still correct. But I'll talk to it when I get to that page. The 4th of November is the constituency day, and then the select committees will continue to sit from 10 o'clock to 1. 2 o'clock we'll have the plenary. And then the 6th of November, we'll have the committees that will sit from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Then 2 o'clock we'll have the plenary to debate on the negative impact of SOEs. The 7th of November, from 10 o'clock to 12:30, party caucuses will sit, and then 2 o'clock we'll have a plenary to take questions from questions to the Deputy President. I think this one, honorable members, has deliberated more on the issue of the dates. The 8th of November, the Select Committee on Finance will sit from 9 to 12 o'clock. 11 November is the constituency day. The Committee of Chairpersons meeting will sit from 8 o'clock, 8:30 to 9:45 on the 12th of November, and then the committees will sit from 10 to 1 o'clock. Plenary will sit at 2 o'clock to, there's a debate on the three-sphere planning report, of which there was an engagement when coming to this issue to say this report should be considered by the House before it can be debated. So I think this one will take it out from the program, because the report should be considered by the House before. And then on the 12th of November, the Select Committee on Education will meet from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. The 13th of November, the Provincial Whips Forum will sit from 8:30 to 10 o'clock, and then the Select Committees will meet from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. The 14th of November, 8:30 to 10, the Programming Committee meeting will sit. 10 o'clock to 12:30 is party caucuses. 12:30 to 2 o'clock, provincial delegates meetings. 2 o'clock we'll have a plenary to debate the provincial week's report, and the Select Committee on Appropriation will meet from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And then on the 15th of November, from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, the PGIR meeting will take place that was postponed from the first. The constituency day is on the 18th of November. The 19th of November from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, the select committees will meet. 2 o'clock is plenary. And then the 19th of November, the select committee on education will meet from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. The 20th of November, the select committees will continue to meet from 10 o'clock to 12:30. Some will finish at 1. And then 2 o'clock will have the plenary that will take place on the same day. The 20th of November, the select committee on finance will meet at 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evening. The 21st of November, from 10 o'clock to 12:30, we'll have party caucuses that will meet. 2 o'clock, the plenary will sit. The select committee on appropriation will meet from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the evening. The 22nd of November, the plenary will meet at 9 o'clock. This, honorable members, if you can recall, we are supposed to take questions on the 9 of October. So it was postponed due to the unavailability of the Minister of Health and Social Development. I think they had another commitment. So that is why we are going to have this plenary on the 22nd of November. The 25th of November is Constituency Day. The 26th of November from 8:30 to 9:45, Committee of Chairpersons meetings will take place. 10 to 1 o'clock, select committees will meet. 2 o'clock is plenary. 27 November from 8:30 to 10, we'll have Provincial Whips Forum. 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, select committees will meet, and plenary will sit at 2 o'clock. The 28th of November, the programming committee meeting will sit from 8:30 to 9:10, and we'll have the joint programming committee meeting that is proposed to sit from 9:15 to 10 o'clock. The party caucuses will meet from 10 to 12:30. 12:30 to 2 o'clock, provincial delegates meetings will sit, and then 2 o'clock we'll have the plenary to the annual address by the President of the Republic of South Africa. On the 29th of November, the select committees will sit. The select committee on finance and appropriation, they will sit from, the other committee will meet from 9 to 12, and then appropriation will meet from 12 to 2 o'clock. The 2nd of December is Constituency Day. The 3rd of December, select committees will sit from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. The last one will sit at 5 to 7 o'clock, and then plenary will meet at 2 o'clock. Questions on the Deputy President. And I think this one also, the dates chair was deliberated in the previous meeting. The 4th of December, the select committees will meet at 10 o'clock to 1. 2 o'clock will have the plenary. The 5th of December, from 12 to 2, we'll have the select committee on appropriation will meet, and then 2 o'clock we'll have the plenary to take questions to cluster 3B. And this one also, Chair, it was postponed yesterday because the Minister of Finance was delivering the medium budget policy statement in the NA. So that is why we are going to have this plenary on the 5th of December. And yeah, which is Thursday. The 6th of December, the Select Committee on Appropriation will meet from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. 9 December is Constituency Day. The 10th of December, the Select Committee on Appropriation will meet from 10 to 1. And then on the 11th of December, from 9:30, the plenary will sit. And then on the 17th of December to January the 2025, that will be the leave period. And then not forgetting, Chair, that on Fridays, this was deliberated also by honorable members, that Fridays, we know that is joint committees, but because of some of the postponement, that's why we are going to have the plenary that will sit on Fridays. But considering the joint committees that should take place on Fridays, and I think we'll have the programs in future when those will make sure that they don't collide in terms of time, Chairperson. So that is the program that I'm presenting to members. Thank you.
No, thank you very much, Programming Whip. Colleagues, there's a report before us. Do we want to take a bite on it? Honorable Deputy Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Greetings to all honorable members as well as our members of the administration who are here. Chair, I'm just noting the comment by the programming chair regarding the Tuesday, 12th of November debate on the three-sphere planning report. And if I heard her correctly, she says that should be removed. I'd just like to have some clarity on that, Chair. Why is that being the case?
Programming Whip.
I thought maybe there are some questions so that I can take them. I think I've emphasized on this, Chair, to say the three-sphere report needs to be considered by the House first before it can be debated. And this is our own report, Chair. I think I've already emphasized on that. That's the reason why it has to be removed from the program. Thanks.
No, thank you very much. I think, can we take this discussion after the meeting? Because the report still has to come before the presiding officers, as yet it has not served from the technical team, and therefore to come and debate. And maybe let's look at the explanatory. Do we really want to debate our own report that is aimed at enhancing the work of the committees? So hence I'm requesting that presiding officers will have to take this discussion outside. It has to be considered and be adopted for its full implementation to strengthen the work of the committees, so that we don't lose sight of the commitments and the work that has been done in terms of streamlining all the spheres of government in this regard. I see the hand of Honorable Mananiso and also Honorable Makesini. Before that, there's a follow-up from the deputy. Then you will come in.
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't mind that we take this discussion outside, but will the same apply to the debate on the 14th with the provincial week? Do we also discuss that one?
Honorable, okay, do you want to come in first? Advocate.
Yes, Chair, on the provincial week report, the report is in the process of being finalized. The draft has been sent to all the provincial delegations for the provincial delegations to confirm the contents of the report And once the provincial delegations have confirmed the contents of the report, then the report will be published for debate in the House.
Do you still want to follow up?
Yes, Chair. I think if that is the case, then with the provincial week, then the same should apply also to the three-sphere planning, because that report is almost finalized and it will be made available. So I'm saying if we are going to apply any kind of a rule, it has to apply across the board. So if we are saying that we will discuss this, then let us do it outside, but it must be done to both reports. That's all I'm saying, Chair.
Hence, I've requested that let us defer these matters to create this dialogue. It's not assisting at this point in time. Let it be deferred, and all those matters shall accordingly be looked at and be streamlined correctly. So there shouldn't be an impression as if you are competing on reports or whatever the case. We have to follow due processes across board, irrespective of which report is what. So everything will have to be processed accordingly. So hence, I'm humbly requesting that we defer this matter at this point in time.
I'm covered by your last comments.
Okay, thank you very much. Makesin, are you fine? All right, thank you very much. Colleagues, I take it that we agree with the report as presented by the programming whip. Honorable Mukweli?
No, thanks, Chairperson. I also wanted to assist the meeting to say that I officially agree with the presentation as, with the program as presented by the programming whip. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now move on to the next report to be presented by Honorable Ryder.
Thank you very much indeed, Chairperson. Good morning, honourable members, ladies and gentlemen. I'll again be presenting the report on the bills and other matters before committees of the National Council of Provinces. Honourable members, the executive summary is right up front, and you'll note that as at the time of compilation of this report, there were no budget and related instruments on the table. That obviously, I think we're all very aware, changed yesterday with the introduction of 6 Section 77 bills, 2 Section 75 bills, and 1 Section 76 bill. So this report will become a lot longer from next week, from our next meeting, I beg your pardon, and the Finance Committee is going to take up camping space in the committee rooms in order to process those 9 bills timeously. So if we can move on to the next slide, thank you very much. There are 5 Section 76 bills currently before the NCOP committees. The first one that we will cover, I think the slides have gone a little bit ahead of us, so if we can just go one back to the Marine Oil Pollution Preparedness Bill, which has been referred to the committee. It was revived in July 2024. The department has briefed the committees, and the briefings in the provinces have taken place on the 16th of October. This bill is currently with the provinces for processing, and we expect to have the written and oral submissions back by the 4th of December for further processing. If we can move on to the next bill, it's the Public Administration Management Amendment Bill. Again, this the department has briefed the relevant committee. This is a complex bill, going to take a little bit of time to process. So the bill is yet to go out to the provinces, but we expect to finish this bill processing towards the end of next year. The next bill is the Public Service Amendment Bill. Similar situation to the previous one, although this one has already gone out to provincial legislatures. Again, there were briefings on the 15th of October, and the various provinces are currently busy with their processes on that bill. The next bill is the Independent Municipal Demarcation Authority Bill. The committee has been briefed. This has not yet gone out to provinces yet. and we're waiting for confirmation as to the timing on that. It should go out to provinces imminently. The next bill that we have is the Older Persons Amendment Bill. The latest update on this is that the committee is requesting an extension in terms of the time allocated for it to process the bill. The bill always, this bill in its original form and now the amendment always attracts lots of interest, and there will be substantial engagement with the public participation process. The expectation was that negotiating mandates were to be received yesterday. These have not yet happened because of the request for the extension. There is more time required for the processing of this bill. Let's move on then to other matters that are before committees. This takes us to the petitions that were obviously highlighted earlier on. And I think the point is well made, Chairperson. I do believe that there needs to be correspondence emanating from the committees, just updating the various petitioners on these bills and ensuring them that we are, as the 7th Administration, busy with processing of the various petitions. So the first one that needs to be noted is the one that was mentioned earlier. It's the petition about inadequate performance by the officials in the Nkosazana Zuma local municipality, the Harry Gwala district municipality, and the petition has been referred to the KwaZulu-Natal Department of COGTA. This was recently done, as indicated by the new committee in the 7th Administration. We are awaiting responses from KwaZulu-Natal's COGTA department. The deadline for those responses is the 12th of November, when the committee will meet and further deliberate on this. And the aim is to actually complete the processing of this petition by the 19th of November. If we can move on to the next matter, it is a forensic investigation in terms of Section 106 of the Local Government Systems Act, relating to the Western Cape Monitoring and Support of Municipalities Act, for some issues that raised regarding allegations of maladministration, fraud, corruption, and malpractice at the Bitu local municipality. Again, this has been referred to the Provincial Department of COGTA of the Western Cape, and a response from them is due by no later than the 5th of November. The committee will then process those responses and aim to complete this petitions processing by the 26th of November. The last one that I have, Chair, is a petition received from Mr. Ngnobo, who is a member of SAMU in the Midlands in KwaZulu-Natal, and the petition essentially is looking to have the recommendations of a forensic report that was commissioned by the MEC for COGTA in KwaZulu-Natal on Tukela water and the local and district municipality affected, to have those implemented. Again, the petition contents have been referred to the KwaZulu-Natal Department of COGTA for their responses. Those responses due by the 12th of November, and once those responses are back, the petition will be processed to finality, the anticipated finalization date being the 26th of November, so pretty much 1 month from now. Chair, that concludes the presentation. Just to again repeat, we will ensure that the committee sends out the relevant correspondence to bring people up to date. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Ryder. I just want to ask if there are any inputs from members at this point in time. Honorable Makesini, Honorable Mukweli, Honorable Sithole.
No,
Oh,
thank you.
no. Okay.
Thank you, Chairperson.
On the Deputy Chair.
I just want clarity on the issue of the marine oil pollution bill, that the Chairperson has said it is referred to provinces for the briefing. I think I will request the Chair to check, because not all provinces have been briefed the delegation of the province have to brief their province. For example, ourselves in Free State, we never brief the province. So you must check which province did they do the briefing, so that you cannot say all the provinces have briefed the province, because I know for fact in Free State we didn't do that. Then the issue of the demarcation, the demarcation board bill, we were told in the last meeting of the committee that this bill is referred to the language services for the translation of all languages. So again, if we can check where the process regarding to this bill, because we are expecting within 8 weeks to start public participation. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mokweli.
No, thanks very much, Chairperson. Mine is on the older persons bill. Just I want to check with the chair of chairs that which provinces are still outstanding. I mean, on the submission of the provincial mandate, because remember, Chair, you indicated initially to say that as the 7th administration, we must avoid the thing of red tape, whereby our bills will not be finalized because of small things. In fact, I'm not only referring to that one, but specifically for now, I just wanted to know, because from where I'm standing, I don't know other provinces. The provinces, I mean, in as Limpopo, we are also ready in terms of provincial mandate. We are done with public participation, because we all know that this bill, Chair, is the most critical bill that I believe that it affects even almost all the province, which according to me, we must make sure that we finalize that bill within the specific time, because I heard that there is an issue of extension. I just want to check why there is an extension, and also to make an appeal, Chair, so that I mustn't come back again, that we must make sure that all the bills that are before us, in terms of time, we must make sure that at all time we stick to the time. Because I was listening to the chair when he was reporting, he indicated that on another bill to say that they are still waiting without explaining what are they waiting for. Because as we said that as the 7th administration led by a good self-chair, we must do things differently so that we finalize what is before us. I thank you, Chair.
No, thank you very much, Deputy Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chairperson. I think Honorable Mokweli covered much of what I was going to say. Just to say that, over the past weekend, I addressed a number of senior citizens groups, and this older persons bill is really creating concern amongst senior citizens especially. And if we can get clarity in terms of the timeframes, if we're talking about an extension, how much of extension are we allowing? And are we keeping in terms of the law, with regard to the extensions? If we can just get some kind of clarity on that so we can report back. Thank you, Chair.
No, thank you very much. I think, colleagues, these matters, they also point to weaknesses in terms of how matters are processed institutionally. And all that I'm reading is certain things are happening and we are unable to stick to timelines. As we are not able to stick to timelines, what then? Because from where I'm seated as the chairperson of the NCOP, I will not allow any postponement to such critical work, particularly where our core mandate matters, without substantive reasons as to why is that so. Because that is critical. Remember, we are representing constituencies out there. We are representing the provinces out there, which by and large are directly affected by the decisions that we are taking at this point in time. So due consideration of such needs to be taken into consideration. As Honorable Mokweli, as well as the Honorable Deputy Chairperson has indicated, that when you interface with those constituencies, they're directly affected by the work that we are doing. But for some other reason, we find laxity of postponing. Otherwise, if we're not careful, we'll end up closing with the reports of the 6th administration of them being referred. Whether they were referred or not referred, we don't know. But we are told that they've been referred since 2019. Nothing has been done up until today. And here we are. We're just been given a month to finalize that, or even less than that. So all those things, they will have to be streamlined accordingly so that we avoid, and political decision will have to be taken in this regard. Because if we miss out that, we've got the responsibility to give account of the work that has been done by the institution. So again, I would request that we look at these matters as suggested. I think we are all in agreement that we must not do business as usual. We must put every effort in making sure that we prioritize this. If there are issues of financial constraint, how are we constrained? What is it that we need to do? Bear in mind, we don't have much time. We only have relatively few days. As House Chair Ryder has indicated, that we've just passed an adjustment, and to some extent we were cushioned as Parliament somewhere. But of essence is, whatever cushion that we got, is it going to address the issues that are related to core business of the institution, or is it just going to go to cosmetic consumption? So it's a very hard decision that we need to take, and being informed by the priorities and the programs of committees as well, so that we also enable you to do your work. Honorable Mkuli was citing, or was it Honorable Ryder, the issues of financial constraints somehow. All those things, they will have to be firmed up. But we are noting it, suffice to say, in this meeting, the question is, we need to take this step forward to cushion all the nitty-gritties from an administrative point of view to enable committees to do their work properly. But at the same time, an expectation is that committees must do what they are supposed to be doing. Getting to the Marine Bill, I don't know how it works. From where I'm seated, following up on these things, because I do follow up, if you don't know. Mpumalanga has already embarking on a program, and that's the only province on Marine Bill that is now consulting, doing public consultation. But you look at it in a true sense of it. Is it directly applicable, not taking it away that the people of Mpumalanga doesn't have to have a say on that? They do have a say. But then those provinces that are directly affected by the bill, why are they not the first one to lead the charge? So there seems to be a skewness somewhere, somehow. Our priorities are not proper. Free State is saying we've not, Honorable Makassin is saying here, as Free State, we've not briefed our provinces. The question is thereafter is, without taking it away from Free State, is it an eminent instant issue that must be attended by Free State? Yes, we want their inputs, but our planning must be proper. I don't hear anything from KZN. I'm not hearing anything from Western Cape. I'm not hearing anything from Eastern Cape. So let's just think along those lines as well. Let's not give priority where it is not necessary of essence. Because people of Mpumalanga say, what is marine? How does it affect us? But the people who can associate with are those that are instantly and directly affected by virtue of their location and the understanding of day-to-day operation thereof. So I think it is important that we streamline, but we note these gaps, and if they are to be named gaps, whatever the case might be. And accordingly, we'll have to sit down and iron out all these things such that we prioritize properly without taking it away from all other provinces, because every province has to have a bite and participate and contribute in this business. Chief Whip, Mam Dlamini.
Thank you, Chair. Greetings to yourself and honorable members and the management team. Just in terms of a process, Chair, particularly from province's side, if a province is unable to meet, ordinarily they will send a request to the chair's office, and then the chair refers it to a committee, and then the committee chair will then indicate to the chair in terms of whether they agree with the postponement or not. In certain instances, you might find that the challenge might not be with the committee per se, but with the portfolio committee in respective provinces, because without a portfolio committee pronouncing on a negotiating mandate, what is their position, it becomes difficult for the committee to pronounce. Likewise, with a final mandate, I agree with the chair that we need to make sure that we streamline our issues so that we are able to expedite this process. But it is important that we make a distinction between what falls under our jurisdiction and also what could be a hiccup on the part of the portfolio committees in provinces to meet. Sometimes we also delay them by not availing ourselves to brief them when the date has been set aside for briefing. Thank you, Chair.
No, thank you very much, Chief Whip. Honorable Dlamini.
Thanks, Chair, and greetings to the meeting. Chair, I'm largely covered by the Chief Whip, but I also support that the House Chair for committees maybe in future he tried to give us the breakdown in terms of the provinces when coming to the bills, so that when we make inputs here to say our provinces are doing or not doing, at least we know that what is it that we are talking about. Because as far as one is concerned, in the Free State, the bill of the older persons, the public hearings were proceeding in the previous weeks. So we might not having the same information from same provinces because we don't have the proper information from the NCOP point of view when coming to the reporting of the bills. How far are they in terms of provinces? Thank you, Chair.
No, thank you very much. I think we will improve so that we get the proper status as to how far is the process per province in all respect. Thank you very much. Colleagues, unless there's anything else, we may step off this undabezita and also the follow-up from Makasin. Because
Chairperson, honorable members, I may be out of order, Chair. I've just received a communique from the Chair of Chairs in the province in the Eastern Cape. It's about Division of Revenue Amendment Bill. That was, we referred to them, and they are requesting that they will not have enough time for public hearings, and they're suggesting that it may be postponed. But I just indicate this so that I can give it to our leadership, and then you advise me what to convey to them. I'm merely raising that it may be out of order for what we are discussing now. Thank you, Chair.
no, Ndabezita, let's package all those matters. We'll look at them after the meeting. Yes. Honorable Ryder, you want to say something? Oh, there was Honorable Makesini before you. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Chair, thank you very much. I think you've covered most of what I needed to say. I do, just on the marine oil pollution bill, not all provinces have been briefed, but should be set down for the rest of the week, rest of next week. The dates are out and the bill is with the provinces. They may not have had the actual physical briefing, but I just want to emphasize what the Chief Whip has said, honourable members, and to say that as the provincial members on a select committee, please use the opportunity to go out and present these bills to your provinces. Don't leave it up to the administration. Please ensure that there is also political involvement in the presentations. On the older persons bill, we have received 6 negotiating mandates. There's still the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Mpumalanga, which are outstanding. And I think that covers a little bit what the Honourable Nonkanyana was mentioning. Just the final thing that I wanted to mention is that in terms of the Deputy Chair's inputs about adherence to the law, I think that we as the NCOP need to be extremely mindful of the fact that in the past there has been a finger pointed for a lack of public consultation, and this has actually delayed and negatively impacted a number of bills which have been sent to the President for assent, and he has found us wanting. So I think it is a case of carefully balancing the process between adhering to the strict timelines that are in place, while also ensuring that we do give the public sufficient opportunity to have their say on each and every bill, and ensuring that provinces are given the space within their constraints as well to make sure that there is a reasonable opportunity afforded to members of the public. I have noted the request for more information in the report, and we will certainly ensure that that happens going forward. Thank you, Chair.
No, thank you very much, Honourable Ryder. I think one point that you've put emphasis on, that we all need to take it very seriously, and I want to emphasize on it, is that, honourable members, we are the legislatures. We make laws. It cannot be correct that officials goes on behalf of us to present the bills that are being enacted by us or proposed by us. And therefore, they are there to support us. Every bill that goes to the province, it's like we're not respecting provinces really. If we were to send official to say you go and confer this to the provinces, then who's going to follow up on that? It must be done by honourable members of those respective committees, irregardless of which province you are. And that's another thing that confines us as NCOP. You feel like only those that are in that province. But no. Chairperson petition. If it's marine bill, Mukweli sits there, he must go to Western Cape and tell them about this, because he's a member who's sitting, he's well vested with the issues that are being raised. If it is Honourable Ryder, he must go to Lusikisiki in Eastern Cape and tell them, because he was seized with that responsibility. So members themselves, please, I will humbly appeal with ourselves that let us handle that and see the work to its final logical conclusion, because these things of bills not being finalized timeously, we don't know where are the delays, because there's no proper accountability. An official was expected to go, for some other reason he or she decided to not to go, whether genuine reason or not, it's something else. But because you know what it means as a member, and you know what impact it has on the ground, you will do what you're supposed to do. So in our work also, let's make sure that we prioritize those briefings to the respective provinces. Even if it is one member who can go there, let it be so, honourable members. Let's take our rightful position and run the work of the institution. That's what I'm pleading with you. Honorable Mananiso and Honorable Makesini.
Thank you, Chairperson. It's with regards to this item. I think what Honorable Mankesi has raised in this meeting is to indicate that, which means it's not all the provinces that have been engaged with regards to this item. So the issue of the 16th of October, we can just include specific provinces that could have been briefed, because I know as well, Northwest, Honorable Mabebu was briefing them at some point. Then I want to indicate as well, on the part of preferred date, perhaps the chairs of chairs must check with provinces in terms of when will this briefing take place. Because on the side of Gauteng, I know that on the 19th of November, Honorable Nzimande from MKP will be briefing the GPL. So perhaps that could make this matter lie down. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that was a proposal that was made by Honorable Dlamini to say that at least let's have proper track record as to how far each bill has it gone and where is it. And of course, not only the process, but also if there are challenges as well, we're able to highlight those challenges way ahead of time so that we can find solution towards those challenges and try and resolve them whilst within a reasonable time as well. So agreed.
Chair, I will request your intervention or the intervention of the Chair of Chairs. We are just getting an SMS after we raised this matter here that the briefing of Free State will be done the late January, and it's not acceptable. After we raised this meeting, we got an SMS that says the briefing of marine oil pollution will be done late January. So I think your intervention will be needed on the issue of the Free State. Because we are taking ourselves serious, we are engaging with the province, but the province is not responding and they're giving a wrong information, as if the delegate of Free State, they are not doing their work. So we are just being told next year, January.
No, that's fine. Then we are noting all that. We will work on it immediately after this meeting. We'll just look at all those matters so that we assist the members as well as the provinces as well. Thank you very much. Can we step off this item with the rider that says that all those issues that are being raised will accordingly attend to them, and maybe Ndabezita, I will indicate an invite to you as well when we deliberate on this, because you are also seized with these matters as the chair of the committee to be part as well of the meeting. Thank you very much. Can we step off this item and take the next item, Secretary? Who's gonna present?
Chair, as a matter of exigency, I just want to indicate that or remind ourselves that we didn't actually adopt the draft parliamentary program.
We did. We did.
You seconded?
Yes. That was done. Yeah. Thank you for reminding us. Okay. We are now moving to the next item.
Bills Office.
Honorable Chairperson, honorable members and colleagues, I greet you all. My name is Ziningi Cele from the Bills Office. Honorable Chairperson, I will talk about the changes that have occurred since our last reporting to the committee. Starting with, sorry, can I please have the slides, not the report? Okay, thank you. Starting with slide 2 and 3, which outline bills currently before Parliament. On our last programming meeting, we had 13 bills before NA committees. However, 9 bills were introduced yesterday, and the number has changed from 13 to 22. All the new additions are highlighted in blue. Can I please have slide 2? On slide 2, on the 29th of October, the National Assembly revived 2 bills. The Prevention of Illegal Eviction Amendment Bill, which is Bill 6 of 2023, as Section 76 bill. That bill is currently before the Human Settlement Committee. And the Constitution 20th Amendment Bill, Bill 20 of 2023. It is a Section 74 bill and it's currently before the Justice Committee. These two bills lapsed at the end of the 6th Parliament, and both of these bills are private members' bill. Can I please have slide 3? This slide indicates the bills that were introduced yesterday and referred to the NA committees and joint taking mechanism. For record purposes, I will have to read these 7 bills. The first bill is the Rates and Monetary Amount Amendment Bill, Bill 15 of 2024. It's a proposed Section 77. It's currently before the Finance Committee. The second bill is the Taxation Laws Amendment Bill, Bill 16 of 2024. It is a proposed Section 77, currently before the Finance Committee. The third bill is the Tax Administration Laws Amendment Bill, Bill 17 of 2024. It is a proposed Section 75, and it is currently before the Finance Committee. The fourth bill is it's the Revenue Laws Amendment Bill, Bill 18 of 2024, a proposed Section 77. It is before the Finance Committee. The fifth bill is Special Appropriation Bill, Bill 19 of 2024. It is a proposed Section 77, and it's before the Appropriation Committee. The sixth bill is the Global Minimum Tax Bill, Bill 20 of 2024. It is a proposed Section 77, and it is currently before the Finance Committee. And the seventh bill is Global Minimum Tax Administration Bill, Bill 21 of 2024. It is a proposed Section 75 and is currently before the Finance Committee. Can I please have the next slide, slide number 4? On slide number 4, we have the Division of Revenue Amendment Bill, Bill 13 of 2024, Section 76, and Adjustment Appropriation Bill, Bill 14 of 2024. These 2 bills were introduced yesterday as well, but they will only be referred to committees after the adoption of the revised fiscal framework in terms of the Money Bills Amendment Procedure and Related Matters Act. Slide 5, slide 6, slide 7, and 8 remain unchanged since I last reported. Then on slide 9, okay, slide 9, we have the Upstream Petroleum Resources Development Bill. This bill was assented to by the President on the 25th of October, 2024. It is now recognized as Act 23 of 2024, and the second language for this bill is isiNdebele, and the second language, it is in line with the language requirements of the Section 250 of the Joint Rules of Parliament. And we have sent this bill to the Constitutional Court for safekeeping. And then on slide 10 is just the synopsis of what transpired yesterday. The bills that were introduced, we introduced 9 bills, and 7 of those bills were referred to the committees, and the last 2 that I said will be referred after the adoption of revised fiscal framework. Thank you. That is all from the Bills Office.
No, thank you very much. Colleagues, unless there's anything that you want to raise in this regard, we note the report, but also would request that we follow up on NA with regards to them having processing these reports timeously, because we don't want them to just push over to us at the 11th hour. So, and yet we've got a lot of work to do from our side as well. If we could just be assisted and we get to know which of those that are ready for us to start deliberating on. I'll also follow up with the speaker. Thank you very much, colleagues. Unless there's anything else at this point in time, and thank you very much for your time. The meeting stand adjourned. Can I request the presiding officers to remain behind?